song is about him, you know? It's like they're all very personal.
With a drive and ambition that saw her break through from internet sensation to worldwide superstar, she is undoubtedly the new queen of country. This is her incredible story.
I never expected any of this to happen to me. I never expected to actually get to do this. So getting to play shows every night, and it's just unbelievable, and I'm so thankful every day for it.
For Taylor Swift, it seems that everything she touches turns to gold. The multi-award-winning artist, adjudged to be worth a staggering $165 million, is one of the most dominant forces within modern music today. And her humble, girl-next-door attitude has made her a huge hit with the fans. But how did it all begin for one of America's most cherished sweethearts?
Taylor Swift, known as America's sweetheart, really did have very much an idyllic American childhood. I mean, she grew up on a Christmas tree farm in rural Pennsylvania with a very close family unit. Her dad's a stockbroker. She has one brother, Austin. Taylor has said repeatedly her mom is her best friend. So this is a very close family unit.
She grew up, I guess you could say, as a pretty middle-class life. And she had the typical well-to-do lifestyle, you know, riding horses, nice country-style life. The usual kind of nice, typical American lifestyle for the middle-class, wealthy kids. So that was her beginnings.
It became apparent from a young age that Taylor was a very creative and artistic youngster.
Taylor was a child prodigy. There is no other way to put it. She was so immensely talented from such a young age.
Like any teenage girl, it was, you know, dance and acting and creative arts. She was always very creative, evidently. She was always writing in a journal, always being a very arty kind of kid.
She wrote poetry, for example, this incredible poem called Monster in My Closet when she was 9. And actually, just a couple of years later, she even wrote a 350-page novel, which remains unpublished to this day.
But Taylor's first and strongest passion was music, an interest she did not inherit from her white-collar parents.
Taylor has said herself that at the age of 4, her parents would take her to see Disney movies, and she would come back and know the soundtrack verbatim, be able to sing every song word for word. In fact, she said it really freaked her parents out. But, you know, I think from an early age, Taylor knew where her passion and her ability lay, and she was not going to miss out on that.
Her talent was just incredible for someone of her age, and incredibly, it was actually the computer repairman who ended up teaching her how to play 4 chords on the guitar, and look at where she's ended up from that.
And obviously she then did something that most middle-class young girls weren't doing, which was become obsessed by music. Not just obsessed as a fan, but obsessed by making it her career from a very early age, which is what I think made her different to anyone else.
Having learned some basic guitar skills, Taylor progressed rapidly and put her energy into songwriting. By the time she attended high school, she was quickly carving out her own style. But this didn't go down well with her peers, and she was often left out, teased, or at worst, bullied.
You can actually see that in her music as she goes through writing her songs, that she's always felt kind of an outsider, I think, because she wasn't like all the other girls in her class.
She wasn't the mathlete or the athlete. She was kind of a tall, lanky girl with frizzy hair who liked nothing better than to sit with her notebooks and write songs.
Taylor has been quite open, actually, about how she was bullied at school. She didn't want to be one of those girls who would go out, sneak some naughty alcoholic drinks and party hard into the night. That was never her thing.
She wasn't like all the other girls in her class, and while they were going to the teenage parties, she was in the karaoke bar trying a new song out.
In high school, I never got invited to the cool parties, and from what I hear, this is the coolest party, so I'm really stoked to be here.
And then as her music talent developed, actually, she wanted to be out singing at music festivals and that sort of thing. So as a result, she never really fit in at school, and some of her most powerful songs have actually come from talking about that time, like 15, for example.
15 tells a cautionary tale of teenage heartbreak and was based on real events that happened to both Taylor and her friend Abigail in their freshman year at high school.
Taylor has been asked many times, how do you write your songs? How do you come up with your lyrics? And she has herself said, look, go to high school and write about it. And that's basically what she's done.
Now, she started out with a very typical teenage girl's life, I think, and then veered off to something very unusual and very different and very driven.
But Taylor very quickly was moved into superstardom. Even, you know, at the age most girls are picking out a senior prom dress, she was attending the Grammys and winning.
Taylor's strong interest in music took her in a surprising direction. Although her hometown of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, resides close to Philadelphia on the east coast of the United States, she was drawn heavily to the sound of country music.
Pennsylvania has very rural areas, so for her to be into country isn't that unusual. At that point in time, country music was probably even bigger than it is now.
When you think about women like Shania Twain or Faith Hill or the Dixie Chicks, I think those are people that Taylor studied. She's going to learn from them. It's the same sort of way with like a Dolly Parton. You can make a lot of comparisons between what she's doing at this point in her career and what Dolly was doing at a similar place in her career.
With the influence of these heavyweights of country music finding their way into Taylor's output, one artist stood head and shoulders above the rest when it came to inspiring the young singer, and that was Shania Twain.
Shania Twain was her heroine.
Taylor has said her major musical influence is Shania Twain, that kind of combination of pop and country music. Also, Shania has a very glamorous look and a lot of fun with her videos, and I think Taylor likes that. The other thing is Shania sings a lot about real life, what she's gone through herself, very honest and open ballads, and I think Taylor resonates with that as well.
Depending on where you come from in the realm of is it country or is it not country, some will say that Shania was never country. I personally think she was. And I think Taylor Swift saw that kind of career and how Shania had done her own thing to some extent and wanted to emulate that. I think she loved that music. It was that hybrid of country and pop, which I'm sure appealed to a teenager. And you know, the whole glamour of Shania, and I think the sheer level of her success at that point was what, you know, drove her on to say, well, I can do that.
And Taylor certainly could do exactly that. Songwriting took a hold of the 11-year-old who quickly poured her so far brief life experience into the music she began to create. And with the support of her parents, she was soon taking her first real steps to success.
From a very early age, Taylor clearly had the family wrapped around her little finger because she persuaded her parents to take her for long drives into New York, to audition for off-Broadway shows, and even take her every month down to Nashville so she could try and meet with agents and recording artists and songwriters. And this was from the age of like 11 or 12. She had persuaded them to do this.
With a demo tape made up of karaoke songs, Taylor would spend these visits to Nashville approaching as many labels in town as possible in an effort to get noticed.
She would walk down the street in Nashville, and she would go from door to door, knocking on the doors and go, "Hi, I'm Taylor. I write songs. Would you give me a deal?" For the most part, she would meet a secretary and maybe leave one of her tapes and, you know, went back home and nothing happened. But she started getting her name out there.
Maybe being so young, it wasn't so daunting. Maybe it was just a case of, this is fun for the family to do that. The fact that it then became real and she got offered deals, I'm sure she didn't realise how difficult that was. And there's people who've been here 10 years knocking on doors trying to do the same thing. But when you come to town the first couple of times and people show an interest in you, clearly you don't know that that's not supposed to happen.
Realizing the importance of the town for anyone who wanted to make it in country music, and with mounting interest in their prodigious youngster, Taylor's parents took the bold and supportive step of moving the whole family to Nashville.
Anybody that wants to be a country singer has to come through Nashville. You don't have to always live in Nashville once you've become a successful country singer, but it's almost impossible to do it without living here at some point.
Ultimately, Taylor actually convinced her parents to pick up sticks out of Pennsylvania and move to Nashville when she was only a teenager, because she was so determined and had such a strong belief in herself that she was in fact going to be a star.
What it shows as well is just that incredible faith that her parents had in Taylor's talent. They believed in her. They were never pushy. This was always driven by Taylor, not them. But they knew that it was a risk that was worth taking.
they were pretty sure that they had something special in Taylor, and so it just kind of made sense to help her pursue her dream by coming to Nashville.
If you want to learn the craft of country songwriting, this is the school right here. This is the university. This is the graduate level learning program.
Moving to Nashville proved to be a turning point in Taylor's ambitions, as she found that the biggest names and labels in the industry were now right on her doorstep.
Nashville is where the talent is centralized. You've got more, especially if you're into country, you've got more songwriters here than you've got anywhere else. The record labels are here, the producers are here, the other singers are here, the whole industry is here. And so if you want to start meeting the people that you need to know to put together a successful team to make you the kind of star that you want to be, you got to be in Nashville.
I spent that entire time trying to get a record deal, and actually moved to Nashville when I was 13, and didn't get a record deal right away.
But Taylor was nothing if not tenacious in her efforts to land a deal, a quality she retains even to this day.
いかがだったでしょうか。カントリーミュージック界の新星としてシーンに登場し、今やジャンルを超えて全世界の音楽ファンから熱狂的な支持を受けているテイラー・スウィフト。これまでにグラミー賞に6度輝き、数々の記録を打ち立ててきた彼女が送り出すニューアルバム1989。ポップミュージック史に新たな歴史を刻むこの1枚とともに MTV で放送予定のテイラー・スウィフト From the Heart も最後までチェックしてください。この MTV 洋楽エクスプレス